It's Heightening Headlines, Improvising the News, the Improv Comedy News Podcast. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Heightening Headlines, Improvising the News. I am Alec, and I have a wonderful returning guest host here.
Hi, I'm Nikhil.
It's Nikhil. You know him, you love him.
Some of them do, probably.
I think all of them love you.
Every single one of them.
Every single person who listens
one of
to
the
this
40 people
loves you in a romantic way.
Oh.
Like, it's not like creepy, but it's like a little bit too much.
Right. Not enough to like send fan mail, but just...
But enough that like they're thinking about you at times that you are like, oh, that's... Ooh.
Like in the loo and...
yeah,
just
exactly.
when coming out of the loo.
Yeah, or even just like moments like when they open the fridge and
Right.
see like a piece of cheesecake that they've been saving for themselves, and they think like, that cheesecake is my Nikhil.
I'm really into that, actually. Like, I hope if there's someone who is any like remotely like that, please reach out. I'd like to have a conversation.
If you consider Nikhil to be the little snack that you've been looking forward to and saving for later, call the number at the bottom of the screen.
Great. My mom's probably going to be watching this, so I'm sorry, Mom. But...
No, she's the one that's going to call. She's like, how's my little cheesecake?
Are you eating enough? I am eating enough.
Are you eating enough cheesecake?
Yes, only
Cheesecake. Very unhealthy. The amount of eating is not the issue, it's the quality, and your health is deteriorating at a very rapid decline.
But hey, at least some people like me. So
yeah, the same way that you like the cheesecake, a little bit too much.
Yeah.
It all comes full circle. It all comes full cheesecake.
With circles in them. No, that cheesecake doesn't... No.
Cheesecake comes in a circle if it's not pre-cut.
True. I only eat slices of cheesecake. I don't eat the full cheesecake.
It'd be pretty crazy if you ate a whole cheesecake every time.
No. I take care of myself that way.
Speaking of cheesecake, our article is about France.
What a segue. I mean...
France, the creators of cheesecake.
Are they though?
Maybe.
Probably. I mean, I'm sure they'd claim it. I don't know.
If you created cheesecake, leave a comment.
If you're the one person that created it.
Yeah, and if you're French, let us know.
Right.
Two separate things. If you're the creator of cheesecake, leave a comment. If you're French, let us know.
But not in French, because we won't really...
Quoi?
Quoi. It sounded like a duck speaking French.
Quoi, quoi.
Quoi, quoi.
Well, I don't know why I find this so funny, but there's this image a friend showed me once of it. It's like two pictures, both of geese, and it's like normal geese, and it just says honk, and then it's French geese, and it says le honk, and it's spelled HONQUE. Yeah, le honk. I love it. It's my favorite meme. So, French professor investigated for awarding himself fake prize. A French academic is under investigation for inventing a Nobel-style prize for philology. Is that a thing? Philology?
That sounds familiar, but go on. There must be a description of it.
The way that it's written, philology, makes it sound like the study of a guy named Phil.
All the guys named Phil, or just this one person?
Just this one guy. This one guy. Philology. In order that he could go on to win it. Before we continue, we got to do a scene about studying
I don't even
philology.
want to know what it actually means.
Oh, how curious. He presses his thumbs together, looks up, observes his surroundings. Curious. What a curious Phil.
Sorry, I'm just trying to have my coffee here.
Oh, no, don't mind me. I'm simply here to learn. He sips the coffee. No, he retracts. I see Phils are hesitant towards coffee. This will go in my hypothesis.
I'm not hesitant towards coffee. You're just too close to me. I'm trying to drink my coffee.
Phil's like personal space. Personal space is important to Phil. Phil doesn't like to have their personal space.
Sorry, is this man
filled?
Is this man always here? Can I get another table?
Oh no, he's not always here. Just when you're here, he's here to watch you.
Every time. So can you...
I'm sorry, this is part of my degree. I'm studying philology, and if I don't find the Phil and spend enough time observing him, I will fail.
How long have you been doing this? When did you start?
26 years ago.
What?
When you were born. It's a very long degree. When we sign up for the degree, we're assigned a baby.
You just choose a baby?
Who is then named Phil. And we must study that Phil for the entirety of their or our life, whichever ends first.
Wait, so you're the reason I'm named Phil?
Yes, it is I.
And this is why I've always stayed in the city?
Your parents have a deal with the university.
My parents are in on this?
It kind of seems crazy that it took 28 years of this to get to this point, but yes.
Never seen you around. How have you done this? This is the first time I'm actually...
Well, I finished the passive part of my study and I've moved on to the active part, where I start becoming an influence. They say nature can be considered anything that you let happen. Mankind interferes, then it's no longer nature.
And you're going to start interfering.
I'm going to start interfering.
That does not sound good. What does interfering mean, sir? And what are you doing with your hands?
I'm simply trying to use them to illustrate my passion for this topic of you. And I suggest you take a sip of that coffee you're holding.
I already did, twice.
Oh, good. Well.
Am I supposed to feel something?
We'll find out. Let me get out my notebook. Effects of kerosene on Phil. Currently, none.
Oh, it does taste weird.
Phils have a delayed taste reaction to the taste of kerosene.
Actually, I could get used to this.
Phils get used to the taste of kerosene very quickly.
Also, I don't mind having you around. I just feel...
I'm glad. Seems you've warmed up to me much quicker than I was expecting.
You know, I was
Phils
actually...
warm up to observers after drinking coffee.
Can you just stop for a minute? I was going to go to a concert after. Do you want to maybe join?
Sure.
And
I'd love that.
And maybe
as long as you don't mind me not watching the concert, but instead watching you watching the concert and preparing a section of my dissertation that's about Concert Phil.
Will you marry me?
Phil's proposed far too early in the relationship.
Oh, shit, I knew it. You leave that out. Scratch that out. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I have to report the truth.
It's just... No one's been this close. It's been 26 years. This is really good, by the way. You guys should do more of this.
Phils develop a problematic attachment to kerosene when rejected romantically.
It's a bit... Feels something weird, but it's so good.
Might I ask, do you smell burnt toast?
Oh, I thought it was the... Yes.
No, this is a Starbucks. They don't do toast. Do you feel any pain in your right arm?
Oh, I thought it was... Fuck.
Phil seems to be having a heart attack due to the kerosene in his coffee. Curious. I'm interested to continue sipping coffee mid-heart attack. Perhaps not helpful, question mark?
I can't speak.
I'm sorry, saving you from a heart attack isn't the kind of interference in the nature I was expecting, so I'm just gonna have to observe this one.
Man, I'm really dying.
Phil is dying.
Can't stop drinking this.
Can't stop drinking coffee. Death seems to be very slow. Phils have rather slow, painful heart attacks, unlike the quick, painful ones that I'm more used to observing in other patients.
Hey, I really like this, okay? Don't want to stop.
Kinda really wish the Phil would just hurry up and die, because I've been studying him for 28 years and I'd really like to move on to a new subject.
What are you doing tonight, by the way?
Apparently going to a concert with you, Phil, but not romantically.
We're still doing that?
Yeah, I assumed it wasn't cancelled. It was just going to be awkward because you asked me to marry you and I said no.
Look, if I have a heart attack on the way, I just want you to know this has been the best thing ever.
Phil has died, and I regret saying no to the marriage proposal, otherwise I would have gotten half of his belongings. Damn. End study. Scene.
At one point, I wanted to pull a reverse and creep you out. Almost worked.
It almost did. I think I was just enjoying being the observer too much. It got so meta.
Oh, man. That's creepy as fuck.
Imagine, like, just one day in your life, you, like, find out that someone has been studying you since the day that you were born.
Yeah. Just the idea of a stalker itself just really creeps me
Pretty
out.
creepy.
Someone just observing you. Yeah.
So,
Your segues have been incredible. Let's see this.
speaking of stalkers, Florent Monteclair. No, I don't know who that is, but they're probably not a stalker.
It sounds like one.
From Besançon. I don't know. How do you pronounce the C with the tail at the bottom?
No, my guess is as good as yours. I don't know.
Besançon?
Your guess is as good as mine. That's the
Besançon? Or it could be Sion. I don't know. From Besançon. No, I'm going to say it more American. Florent Monteclair from Besançon in eastern France was decorated with the gold medal of Philology in 2016 at a ceremony held at the National Assembly in Paris, attended by ministers and Nobel laureates. But the prize was a fiction, as was the body that supposedly awarded it. The International Society of Philology, both apparently dreamed up by Monteclair to burnish his academic credentials.
Burnish, I really like that word. But go on.
This article has so many words I don't know. Burnish is a word that I do know.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, it's also making me cycle through accents. Philology is the study of language through text. That's one of the worst French accents I've ever done. Investigators in Besançon are now looking into the affair to see if any laws were broken, while the university where Monteclair taught for 20 years has suspended him indefinitely.
Wait, I think we are almost at the end of the article. We still don't know what philology is.
No, there's a fair bit more article. But also, I don't know if they will tell us. Okay, we have a quote. "It is such an unlikely tale. It could be out of a film," said Paul
It could be
Edouard.
what? Sorry, as good as your accent is.
"It is such an unlikely tale. It could be out of a film,"
All right. Out of a film, of course. Sir.
said Paul Edouard Laloy, the prosecutor in charge of the inquiry. According to Laloy, Monteclair began his invention in 2015. Around the same time, a Besançon newspaper carried a story headlined, "Local Man on Shortlist for Nobel." The report said that Monteclair was down to the last 5 for the prestigious international award. In December, he was reported to have won it, and in June, the following year, the awards ceremony took place in Paris. Then, later that year, the story reached a new level when Monteclair welcomed the celebrated US philosopher. So it's like philosophy. The study of philosophy is philology, is my guess based on the use of the word philosopher here.
That's not what I would have thought.
And
but go on.
linguist.
Chomsky?
Yeah.
Really?
Noam Chomsky, then
Okay.
aged 88, at a ceremony in Brussels and awarded him an honorary gold medal from the International Society.
Wow, okay.
Video of the ceremony can be seen online, as can the website of the society, which gives a list of laureates going back to 1967, including the Italian writer. Can you guess this one?
1967?
Yep.
No idea. Oh, is it Enzo? No. What?
I thought maybe you were going to
Yeah.
potentially get it. I was actually
No.
putting you on the spot because I figured you're probably not going to know it because I've never heard of this person.
Is the first name start with an E?
No, last name starts with an E. Umberto
Eco, yes.
There you go. You did know. The amateurishness of the website should perhaps have raised questions. Meanwhile, Monteclair had further polished his CV by claiming a doctorate in French literature and grammar issued by the University of Philology and Education, situated in Lewes, in the U.S. state of Delaware.
I'm still not close to understanding what philology is. So it's about language.
My guess is it's philosophy, but some other way of studying it is my guess.
You know what? This is
the difference between zoology and animal husbandry, philology and philosophy, maybe.
We'll never know. Because this is what the 90s were
like. If only there was some kind of magic box that we could type this information into and get a clear answer.
No.
Oh well. No record of this university exists. That's the the University of Philology and Education situated in Lewes. That university doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
There's a fair bit more article. I don't know if
I think we got the gist of it. I was just hoping they'd tell us what.
The gold medal for philology is a pure creation of Mr. Florent Monteclair, who awarded himself via the invention of this learned society, which he himself had evidently created, and this university, which only exists on an internet site. So there you go. He made a website, said it was a thing, gave himself an award, and invited a bunch of people, I guess.
Sounds a lot like the president of a certain country. But we won't get into that.
I mean, I don't know. If there's one thing that I know about the FIFA organization, it's that they're all about peace, following the rules, fighting corruption, managing disputes, very not-for-profit approach to soccer.
Inclusivity.
Yeah. Definitely, not at all, white male-dominated place.
No. Yeah.
I would trust whoever they would give their first ever peace prize to.
Absolutely.
Probably only someone worth inventing a prize for.
Yeah, the only person.
The only person deserving of a prize for peace who has also bombed at least one country.
And is orange enough to qualify.
Because orange is the color of peace.
True, the Netherlands is pretty neutral. They're associated with orange.
I'll take your word for it.
And
I don't know much about the Netherlands, starting wars or committing acts of genocide in the past. So
well, they did start the East India Company, and then we can skip past that. We can ignore that.
But there wasn't much. The killing was probably for peace sake.
I feel like I shouldn't go along with this bit. I feel like there's this very deep. My ancestors are calling out of me and saying, "Do not."
Time to stop. Time to stop.
But yeah. This man, yeah.
It does reflect that situation a little bit. Inventing a prize, awarding it to yourself to make yourself look good, despite probably not having achieved anywhere near close to as many of the things as you're claiming.
Yeah. So Monteclair, what's his name?
Monteclair, Florent Monteclair.
Florent Monteclair. So yeah, my name is Florent. I've, of course, discovered...
Mr. Florent, it's a pleasure to meet you. Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of a press conference.
I'm one of the press people.
Oh, you're on this side.
Yeah, sorry.
Why are you on the side of the stage?
I was so excited I ran up. I'm from the Lewes University.
Oh, you don't sound French though.
No, the Lewes University in Delaware.
Oh, in Delaware.
Yeah, I'm actually Australian. I transferred there from Australia, studied in Delaware.
Oh, right.
I'm a big fan. I was so surprised to find out that I was the only student. And I'm just so excited to meet the only other person that's ever been there. It's crazy. I flew all the way to Paris to meet you.
Oh, of course. So you've heard about me?
Yeah. I saw your website, and I was
the website
that university sounds amazing.
It is incredible. It's such a long history. Goes back to 1300s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my ancestors actually started the university.
I did see that it said at the bottom of the website that the website was made in 1326.
1326,
Yeah.
copyright. Of course, it's a long heritage of French history. It was actually before the French country. They were just small kingdoms, and they got together and said, we build a website. And then that's how it started. And then,
That's incredible. Wow, you've achieved so much.
yes.
Yeah, sorry to like just blast in on your press
It's
conference.
okay.
I'm just
It's okay.
so excited.
I get it. I have many fans.
And I was also wanting to ask, because like obviously, like I'm not only the only student at the university, there's also no teachers. It's kind of just me sitting in the plot of land that the website of the university was listed as. So I kind of just wrote my name on the ground and was like, cool, I guess I'm registered.
I like that initiative.
Thank you.
Good.
So I wanted to ask for some advice, because like I feel like I'm not progressing as quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, like how did you find your fill?
Find my field. That's a very good question.
Yeah.
It's a great question. Tell me one thing.
Yeah.
What's your name? That's not the thing I'm just asking before I ask you the thing.
It's Garrett.
Garrett?
Garrett. Yeah.
Garrett.
Sorry,
nice name.
Garrett.
Garrett. That's nice. It sounds like cigarette. I really like cigarette.
My mom was a heavy smoker.
It shows. So Garrett. Fuck, I've forgotten what I wanted to ask you. Anyway, do you know what philology is?
Oh, well, yeah, of course. I mean, ever since I sort of grew up in my hometown of Newcastle, my best friend...
Newcastle in Australia?
In Australia, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We have one there too. My best friend, his name was Phil. I just loved him so much until he, unfortunately, died in a freak university accident. University fell on him. It's terrible.
The entire university fell on him?
Yeah, it just fell over onto him. It was crazy. And I said, I'm going to get revenge and celebrate Phil's life in the only ways I know how. I'm going to devote my life to studying Phil in a university, the thing that killed him.
Oh, that's very inspiring. Do you want to write for the website? Because this is...
Sure. Are you offering me a job?
Garrett, I'm not just offering a job. I want you to be my apprentice.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
You will be paid 7 cents per hour.
Oh, wow. That's like a pack of cigarettes a month.
Yes. The cigarettes, well, yeah, you get to buy me cigarettes as well.
So I get 7 cents
to buy me cigarettes.
and I buy cigarettes and give them to you.
To you, yes. You get to work with the ultimate philologist in the world.
Of course, the only one.
The only philologist, the only one that matters.
I've spent my entire life traveling around looking for people who studied Phils, and you're the only one. But I still want to know.
Yes.
How did you find your Phil?
How I found my Phil?
How did you get your Phil?
Well, you see, it all started in 1995.
Wow. 600 years after you built the website.
Yes. Well, there was not much on the website until then. It was just... It
just said Philology, question mark?
Question mark.
I remember that from the Wayback Machine. Right. I looked it up. I was like, wow, I was curious.
Oh, the Wayback Machine went back to 1300?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
everything before that date you mentioned, the website just said Philology, question mark? Like it was waiting for something.
True. But then there was not many websites back then, so it was just probably...
Yours was by far the only one for many, many hundreds of years.
Anyway, so I woke up one day in 1995.
Yeah.
And there he was, standing in front of me.
Just standing there?
Yes, that's how
In front of your bed?
Yes.
When you woke up after sleeping?
Turns out he was studying me.
Whoa. That's crazy.
That's how I found my feel.
Wow.
Anyway, there is a man who's been watching us since the start of this... I don't want to lie. He's been around for a while.
He keeps signaling to you to drink a coffee.
Oh, yes. And he does that. You might want to not drink any of the beverages that are on the table.
This is my third one.
Oh, shit. Or as they say, merde.
I don't know what that means. I smell burnt toast. Do you
Do
smell
you?
burnt toast?
I do.
Huh.
Well,
Sorry, I'm just suddenly getting a bit of pain in my right arm, left arm.
yes.
I'm starting to lose a bit of feeling.
Anyway, I can take the next question. Go on.
I hope my friend Phil loved me the way I loved him.
Yes, my next plan? I think I'll try Steve next.
Scene. I think I'll try Steve next. Steveology.
Steveology.
Oh my
man.
god.
I don't ever want to Google philology anymore. I don't want to know.
That's what it will be for me forever for now.
Anyone brings up philology, I'm like, nope. I'm not listening. The funny part is I think I knew what it was. Now I've completely forgotten. And this is the new.
My guess is something related to philosophy, but studying it in a different way. Maybe it's like, because like philosophers come up with interesting things, right? I think, therefore I am, you know, other ones. So maybe philology is the study of the people who come up with the things.
What would a philology?
So like a philosopher says, I think, therefore I am. A philologist says, he was the one who said, I think, therefore I am.
It's like he thinks.
He thought, therefore he was.
So basically quotes philosophers.
In third person.
That's a great job. I would love that job. So what a journalist does. Or like a historian.
I guess so. I'm still trying to think of another famous philosophical quote, and I can't think of any. The only other one that comes to mind is "to be or not to be," which isn't actually philosophy.
That's the first thing that came to me as well. What are some famous philosophical quotes?
Leave your favorite philosophical quote in the comments.
In French, preferably.
In French.
This time.
There's definitely got to be some. Wait, what did? So hold on. What famous philosopher? Aristotle.
Aristotle's.
Socrates.
Yeah. What did they say? They said a bunch of stuff.
You've got one.
No, I was thinking of Confucius, but.
Oh, what does Confucius say? That's kind of Chinese philosophy, right?
Yes. But most of them are just internet memes. We attributed to Confucius.
Man who can catch fly with chopsticks will never go hungry.
Yes, stuff like that. Philosophers. Well, okay, never mind.
I was going to say one came to mind that's probably much more modern philosophy. Like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it. But I guess that's more an idiom. Is that philosophy? When does it stop being philosophy and when does it start being idiom?
I guess when if it's not a specific person and it comes from like folklore or a group of people, then it's
an idiom.
It's an idiom. We're just reinventing definitions. I love it. But anyway, what would your philosophical quote be? If you
My philosophical quote.
Yeah.
I make, therefore it is.
That's deep.
It's basically the I think, therefore I am quote, but applied to content creation.
That's great, actually. That's like
I make, therefore it is. To all the aspiring content creators out there, make so it is. Because if you don't make, then it isn't.
Right, and this also like means you do it for the sake of the art and not for.
Wow, you made this sound so much more deep than I.
For the sake of the thing itself, and not for money or fame.
Yeah, just so it's there.
It's there. It's like anything else. It's part of the world. And it's part of reality now, and you made it, and therefore it is.
That's why I do this.
Damn.
That's why I make this podcast that basically nobody listens to.
Hey,
so it is.
Hey, there.
If you are actually listening to this, leave a comment to prove that you are. You are, therefore.
Because
comment.
he made this, and therefore you.
I made this, therefore it is.
Therefore, the comment is.
You think, therefore you are. So please comment, therefore engagement.
Sure.
What would your philosophy be?
Not philosophy. if
The Netherlands is not a peaceful country.
that would probably be one of them. Now, the one is if your if your bed is too small, don't sleep with your legs spread out.
With your legs spread out.
This is There's a kind of a similar expression. I don't know if there's one in English as well, but there's one in Kannada, which is my language. It's like only spread your legs as far as your mattress allows.
Oh,
It's like don't
okay.
go beyond your means. Don't spend beyond your means. It's kind of like the
For whatever reason, like, because I just imagined like a bed that was like short but wide. And so my first thought was like, but that would be a way that you could have your legs on the entire bed without them going over the end if you're too tall. But if it's a narrow bed, that makes more sense.
right.
I think I'm gonna add more to this the
please.
same way you did for me. I think there's many men on trains who could learn a lot from this. Don't men spread your legs wider than your seat.
Damn, that's good. I feel like we are spreading some really good advice
Yeah,
on this one. I hope there's someone listening. At least one person.
some really good advirus. Advice that spreads really well is an advirus.
Which goes adviral.
Adviral.
Right.
Adviral advirus.
I hope we have a stalker who listens to this.
I guess if we do, we will find out when somebody they told about our advice tells us. I don't know where I'm going with this. It's like the stalker hears the advice, they tell someone else, that person tells us, and then we find out we have a stalker.
Right.
It's like a...
Stalker Chinese telephone.
Yeah, exactly. The stalker virus. I had one more thing I was going to say related to your philosophy. But I also feel like you said, don't spread your legs wider than your bed. And then you said it means don't go beyond your means. Oh, yeah. Because when you first said it, it almost sounded like a limerick.
Mm-hmm.
There was once a man from a shed who slept in a too narrow bed. He spread his legs and ran out of eggs, and now he's practically dead.
That's impressive. Wow.
Philosophy.
Philology.
Philology.
You should put up a website with all your poems
Right.
and award yourself one of the poems the best.
And the website at the top will just say Pomology? ? All right. I think on that note, we'll see all of you next time. Thank you to Nikhil for joining us.
It's been super fun.
Any cool things that you're doing that you'd like to tell people about? You have places where people should find you, follow you.
Supermarket.
Yeah.
On Saturdays.
If you're Nikhil Stalker, you can find him and follow him at the
Aldi.
The Aldi.
Penny
in
sometimes.
Sort of West Munich.
Yeah. Without giving out too much of my.
We gotta let them do some of the work themselves. Otherwise, it's not stalking. It's just
Schwabbing.
Just playing real life GeoGuessr.
True.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.
Thanks for listening to Heightening Headlines, Improvising the News. Tune in next week for more.